Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Give me 1 second. Let me mute that. Okay, it should be on right now. Skip ad, whatever. All right. Hey guys. Oh my gosh. We have so much to talk about, guys. Like, a lot. Because this book. Oh shit, I was choking. This book, let me tell you something. This book is insane, okay? I took notes, chapter 1 through 10, and OMG. Okay, first of all, if anybody read the whole book, shame on you. Shame on you. Okay, we're only supposed to be reading like 10 chapters. So, yeah, it's like, what? I got to the one part and was like, what the eyeballs? Yes, me too. All right, are you guys, I'm gonna wait like a few minutes to see who else comes on here. Now I feel bad for calling her a bitch. Yeah, nah, I don't, whatever. I don't regret, no regrets. I'm awake. Hey, Ruby Q. What's up, Driana? Naomi. Joelle. Hello, Palmy. Catherine. Gail. Mystical. Java. I called you Java Juice the other day, and I was like, wait, no, that's Java Junkie. Jenna. Yeah, I'm going to wait like maybe a few minutes, and then we'll start talking about the book. Because I really like what is going on. So in chapter 1, we meet Jane, and she's a bitch. Okay. Sandra says, hi Ruby, I'm not staying because I don't have the book and don't want to get spoiled, but I wanted to pop in and say hi and how are you holding up on your own? Hey Sandra, thank you. I'm actually doing good today. Today's like such like a great better day, you know? So thank you for that. I'm gonna turn on my fan real quick and I'm gonna give a disclaimer because there will be spoilers. Okay, so let's begin. This is a discussion about the book that we are all reading, The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins, okay? Some of you are in here just to listen to us talk. You know, you're crafting, you're working and lurking, whatever. Cool, awesome, you're more than welcome to stay. But if you're looking into reading this book, I would say leave because there's going to be spoilers, okay? I couldn't stop, didn't go too far though. I'm glad to hear that, Ruby. Hello everyone. Okay, bye everyone. Bye Sandra. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. I appreciate everything. Okay, so let's start. So chapter 1, we meet Jane and she's a bitch. Okay, we can tell she's money hungry. Spoilers as you're dressing the kids up in different characters. Okay. Chapter 2, we learn about Thornfield Estates, right? She meets Eddie because bitch almost gets ran over. And then he invites her in for coffee and she's like, sure. You know, because she walks dogs for one, okay? She's like, you know, I feel like she's like a gold digger kind of. And she was like, ooh, opportunity, you know? So she walks dogs and he's like, hey, you want to get some coffee? And she's like, yeah. Let's see, didn't get my book yet, so 8. Guess I'll be leaving also. See you later. Oh, Ellen, I'm sorry. Well, you know what? If you guys have not read the book, if you have not gotten the book, you can always come back and hear this discussion, okay? So there's no spoilers. Hi, everyone. Okay, so chapter 3. They get to know each other inside of his house, okay? And this is where you found out how his wife died and who she was with when she died. And that was her best friend, Blanche. Okay, Blanche is Bea's best friend. Bea is Eddie's dead wife, okay? So you're like, oh shit, they died on a boat. What? Apparently Bea and Blanche went on, like they went to like one of their fucking cabins or something. And but the thing is that Bea doesn't like boating, but she did that day, which is kind of weird, right? And apparently something happened and they both drowned and died. Never found the bodies. Suspicious, right? So then in chapter 4, Eddie gets a dog. He didn't have a dog, and he's like, well, you walk dogs? I'm gonna get a dog. So he gets a dog, okay? Who he names Adele. So anyway, this is a chapter where we find how sinister Jane is, because she says she feels joy in her chest reading the article about his wife, and well, she doesn't tell him this, but she's like, oh yeah, I feel joy in my heart knowing that this bitch died and now I'm in her house. So she's kind of crazy, right? So she did her research. She was like, Eddie guy, money, rich, his wife died. Let me Google this shit. Let's see. I couldn't stop, and she has always loved the outside of his house. Like, isn't that weird? I'm late. I'm barely on discussing chapter 4, so you're good. Let's see. She's also a kleptomaniac. Didn't get my book yet, so okay. Let's see. You're gonna listen and hope y'all can distract me enough not to lose my mind while I have my little with homework. Hey Ruby, just listening tonight. Oh, that's cool. You could stay chill with us, girlfriend. Hey Crystal. I never read a book fast, but I finished in a week. Isn't it good? It's such a good book, right? Like I wanted to continue reading it, but I can't do that. Okay. All right, so let's get into chapter 5. I mean, I'm just reading you my notes, but we're gonna go back and discuss. I mean, we're all discussing, but I'm giving you my notes as I read. Feel free to write whatever you want. This is what we do. Girl, she steals stuff. She does. She's a thief, right? She doesn't care. Okay, for something that I've like noticed about her is that she thinks she deserves everything. Like she thinks that she deserves everything without working for it. That's why I don't like her. Like I fucking hate this girl, right? Jane, she's a bitch. Okay, so chapter 5. We get an insight into Jane's life outside of dog walking. She's in her shared apartment and is late on her rent, and her roommate is a creep named John, right? The blowjob money in his pocket comment, like that was fucking hilarious because she hands it to him, right? And then he's like, what is that, your hooker money? And she's like, it's my blowjob money. I was cracking up. So this book has some jokes in it. It does have a little bit of comedy in it, so it's pretty funny, right? So she hands him the cash, and then this is where Jane starts to wonder about Bea, and she starts like Googling her life, and she sees that she's a beautiful woman, right? So it's like she's intimidated by her. But like, isn't this bitch is crazy, right? Is it just me who thinks this? Like, she's crazy, right? I read it a month before you decided on it for book club. So good, awesome, yeah. So good. You're here for all the chat, all the 411. I just about died when I read that. I know. I was like, my blowjob money. I thought that was funny. Okay, chapter 6. Jane walks one of the dogs outside of Thornfield Estates and gets seen by one of the women who lives there named Mrs. McLaurin, or Laren. It's like this prissy ass bitch, right? She goes back to, well, first of all, hold on, time out. So she sees her and she's like, you're not supposed to be walking this dog over here. Like, to me, it felt like she was saying in a nice way, like, this is where the poor people are. Like, fucking bitch. Sorry, excuse my language, not really. But I was like, damn, like, really? Like, she's just walking a dog outside. Chill. It's not like the dog gives a crap. And then, so anyway, she goes back to Eddie's, right, to drop off Adele. But instead of leaving, she roams around his house and she starts snooping, right? And then he gets there and they start talking, and then that's when he invites her to dinner. And she's like, yes. I feel like this is her voice. Sorry if my voiceover for her is annoying, but this is what she sounds like to me. She's like, yes, Eddie, I'll go to lunch with you. Actually, dinner? Okay, dinner. Yes, she's a bit crazy. John, ew. John is a creep. He's like, But I don't really think he's a creep. I think she just makes it sound like he's a creep. Because if you think about it, she always says negative things about him. But is he really a creep? Or is he just trying to get his money? For, like, you know? He's probably just a normal guy who's like, hey, like, you need to pay me rent, you know? Come on. Okay, so chapter 7. They meet up on their date. And this is where she's, I guess Eddie has never seen her place, obviously, because they're getting to know each other. But she doesn't want him to pick her up at her apartment where she lives because, like, she feels like it'd be embarrassing. So she meets up with him at the restaurant, right? And he buys her, like, this bottle of wine that's, like, $100. And she's like, OMG, like, he bought me a bottle of wine. Like, yes, he's rich. Why wouldn't he? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, they chat. They start talking about their lives. And he starts talking about, like, the business that his late wife owned and how, you know, I guess, was there a part like where he said that he went through a lot to get them to sign over her shit to him. I don't remember. I don't quite remember. I didn't write it down, but whatever. Anyway, so they start talking about their life, and then at the end of the night, she thinks that she's gonna get laid. Okay. But then a guy named Chris vag blocks her, okay, and starts telling Eddie how sorry he is about his late wife's death. Like, really, dude? He's like, hey, bro, hey, what's up? Hey, sorry about your wife, man. I know she died. Like, that sucks. And I'm like, dude, why would you say that? Like, obviously, he's with another woman, for one, like, on I guess, a date. And you're just gonna pop up and be like, hey, remember your wife? Yeah, she died, right? Oh, that sucks. You know? Like, what? Okay, so anyway, then the night is over. And I mean, she gets upset because he doesn't kiss her. Like, she was expecting a kiss or some shit. And he doesn't walk her to her car. So she's like over here thinking like the worst. But in reality, what would you do if you were in his shoes and you were like, I guess, on a date with a man and like, or a woman? If you're a man on here, a woman, you know, and then some guy like that, you know, comes up to you and says that. Like, wouldn't you feel awkward after that? Like, my wife died like 6 months ago, bro. Like, why you gotta, like, come on. I'm with a girl. Come on. You can't talk to me. Okay, so they both got blocked. All right, so chapter 8. Deep breath. All right, so Jane is on her way to Tripp's house. Now, Tripp is Blanche's husband. He's a widow, right? Tripp is really sad. Like, I guess in the book, he's like super sad. We know him as this like really depressed, sad, widowed husband, okay? Which is weird because if you notice, Tripp is more depressed and like really sad, and Eddie is like, it sucks. Okay, moving on. You know, like it. You know, you kind of weird, right? So anyway, she goes to his house to clean out her closet because I guess Tripp doesn't want to see his, you know, his dead wife's stuff, which is understandable. So she finishes up, and then she goes outside, and then guess who's like running outside? Eddie. That's right. Eddie's just jogging. Like, coincidence? He's just jogging, you know, and he's like, hey, what's up? Hey, sorry about last night. You know, it was really awkward. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, hey, you want to hang out? You know? So he starts like apologizing to her. Let me go to the comments real quick. I'm late, but here I'm liking this book. I think Jane and Eddie are made for each other in some sick, twisted way. I do too, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Okay, so chapter 9. The relationship between Eddie and Jane kind of like flourishes, but she wants to hide their relationship. Like, is she playing hard to get? Like, why is she doing that? Isn't this what she wants, right? Is she a gold digger? Yes. Okay, so she wants to be the center of attention all the time, right? She said, quote, there's only one last thing to do. Like, I guess she's like, I guess the narrator is telling us that she's thinking in her head, like, okay, I got him at the palm of my hand. Now there's one last thing to do. And I'm thinking over here, like, this bitch is going to get pregnant, you know, but that's not it. But anyway, they have like this crazy conversation. She's like pretending she's going to leave, you know, and just to move things faster. She's trying to get him to, like, I guess, beg her to stay. I don't know. She's weird. I really do hate her. Anyway, at the end of the chapter, she says, I'm not leaving tonight, and we both know it. I'm not leaving ever again. They woohooed, guys. They had sex. So she got him. She's like, oh yeah, I reeled him in. Now I got him. But joke's on this bitch, because part 2 of chapter 9 is Bea. So through the eyes of Bea, right? And this is where we find out that she's alive. Okay? Jogging or stalking. That's what I'm saying, right? So anyway, this is where we find out that Bea is alive and that Eddie killed her best friend Blanche. Okay? So she is in not the attic. I was writing it, but I was like, she's an attic? No. She's on the 3rd floor in a safe room. Is that what they call it, right? So she starts talking about how Eddie showed up at their girls' night. And she just kind of like blacks out, right? Like, did they crash? She said that she woke up in a panic room, that he built on the 3rd floor. So like, did he throw her in there because he messed up? Like, he crashed and freaked out, you know, what a piece of shit. And then you find out that he drugs her. So he's drugging her while she's up there. So did he drug both girls, but she didn't die? Only Blanche did, you know? So now he knows he fucked up and he's like, shit, you know, and he just throws her in the panic room. He's like, whoops, in you go. Whoops, you're still alive, my bad. I didn't kill you, god damn it. So she counts down the days. So then it goes back in time, right? And it goes to a time where Blanche and Bea are at a restaurant and they're talking. So Bea notices that there's something wrong with Blanche. Seems like Blanche had issues with her husband Trip. Blanche asked about Eddie because like Eddie came out of nowhere, right? This is when we find out that Blanche and Eddie are dating, kind of. So this is a timeline where B started dating Eddie, okay? Or Bea started dating Eddie. Also, why is Blanche such a bitch? She sounds like a bitch, right? She's like, She's like really mean. I'm starting not to feel bad for her death, for Blanche's death, because she's really mean. Blanche seems like a jealous biznatch, okay? And also maybe she was a good friend and noticed the disastrous actions that Bea was having, you know, because she's like, oh yes, I'm engaged to this man I met for 3 months, like idiot. So Eddie wasn't rich, but Bea was rich, right? And Blanche had a bad feeling about him. Maybe that is why he killed her. Now, knowing what we know now, basically, Eddie and Jane had sex while Bea was up on the 3rd floor in the fucking safe room, guys, okay? But wait, it gets worse. And has her in the safe room that is soundproof. Exactly. That's it. What? Okay, so then chapter 10. Okay, this is where we realize how Eddie really is, okay? He's like fucking crazy. I mean, he's already crazy for throwing his wife in the fucking like safe room. Like, hey, you know what? Okay, so anyway, we find out that she's been spending the night at Eddie's house, okay? Jane. And he makes her feel comfortable, like he buys her shit for her coffee. Like, she's like, I don't like black coffee, okay? And he's like, oh, okay, well, here's all this, like all these fancy syrups, here's Starbucks machine, blah, 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 okay? So he like sets her up, and he sounds like the most perfect man, right? Like, oh my God. So anyway, she likes him. She starts actually liking him, okay? And then he asks her, like, what are you going to be doing today? And she's like, well, I'm walking dogs because I still need money. Because remember, she's spending the night with him, but she still lives with John the creep. And, you know, she still has to pay for her shit, right? So she's like, I'm walking dogs. And he's like, ugh. So he's like, wait a second, time out. Here's my card. You can use my card and I'm going to put you in my bank account. Time out, red flag. Who does that? What? Like, okay, I get it. This is what she wanted. But don't you think it's a little bit too fast for this to be happening in, like, you know, in her life? Like, she meets a man that's rich out of nowhere. He's like, it just seems really fishy, okay? That should have been a red flag, but she's an idiot. But anyway, where am I? Let's see. Okay, so then time out. Also, he said, I'm not going to put you in the business account, not yet, because it'll be hard to do that. And that's kind of weird too. Like, why would you even mention that? You know, why couldn't you just say personal account? Why do you have to mention that? So then he tells her to get her stuff from her place to make the move official. He's like, go get your shit so that you can live with me and you feel comfortable because your things are here. Like, move out of where you're living. So she goes to her apartment and she sees John. And John's not supposed to be there, but he was like, my day, I got a day off, yeah. So she's like, ugh. She feels grossed out, right? Because she didn't want him to be there while, like, she's moving out. So she goes into her room and realizes that she doesn't need shit. She's like, you know what? I'm rich now. You know, basically, she's like, I don't need any of this shit. So she walks out of her room. Okay, she leaves everything behind, and she tells John, like, hey, I'm leaving. And he's like, the fuck you are. He's like, I need 2 weeks notice, right? And she's like, no, I don't. So she gets out, and mind you, she's wearing, like, I guess brand new clothing. I mean, it says that she's wearing like these brand new leather shoes, so I'm guessing she bought new clothes, and she's driving Eddie's like sports car or whatever the fuck, Mercedes. I don't remember what it was. She starts walking to her car, and then she notices a fancy car across from where she's at, right? And she's like, this is weird. Like, why is there a fancy car in this neighborhood? Like, obviously, like, she's I don't know, she thinks she's the only one driving a fancy car or something, whatever. Anyway, and then she finds out it's Eddie. And Eddie has been following her. Like, he stalked her. He followed her to her place. And he gets out and he's like, hey, babe. Like, basically, he doesn't say that. But he's like, what's up, girl? And then she's like, I mean, she even feels it's weird. Like, she's like, why did he follow me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Fucking stalker. Okay, so anyway. He gets out and greets her. And she's a little confused, but keeps that to herself. John walks down and mentions to Eddie that she need. Oh wait, well first he's like, "Is that your boyfriend?" And Eddie's like, "I guess." Yeah. And then he's like, she needs 2 weeks notice before she can move out. And then Eddie grabs like a business card and tells him to contact his lawyer. Okay. And then he tells Jane, like, hey, go to my car and get my phone because I want to get John's number down on my phone. So she walks her little happy ass to his fancy ass car. And while she's getting the phone, she notices that Eddie is telling John something. And, like, he gets really close to him. And then John starts, like, backing up and, like, he even stumbles. And I think what happened in that moment was that Eddie threatened John. I mean, come on, it's obvious. And then John just goes upstairs. Like, he's like, well, fuck this, never mind. Okay, yeah, it's fine, you can leave. He doesn't say that, but, you know. Let's see, what else is on here? Okay, so that's it. That's the end of chapter 10. Okay, so we leave off where Eddie says something to John, and John's like, what? And he, like, goes up the stairs. And then he grabs Jane and he's like, oh, hey, baby, you know, blah, 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 whatever. And he'll like takes her away or something. I don't know. I mean, obviously I stopped reading. I'm really animated when I get into this. So my imagination runs. So I just like imagine them getting in the car and him wooing her away. Okay. Now let's get into the comments. I would be like, thanks, and souls a keep away before he chops me up and puts me in the freezer. Can someone leave me their credit card? Yes, so fast. It leaves her his credit card. Yes, let's see, and there he is again. She even left the trinkets she stole. Exactly, like how, you know, like it's like she was like, I don't care, whatever, you can, I don't need this shit no more. All these years of me stealing shit, you can have it, John. Like, you know, weird. What happens with all her stolen stuff? I mean, I'm pretty sure John's gonna either sell it or just, you know, because after that conversation he had with Eddie, I don't think he wants anything to do with, you know, with anyone. I don't think John wants anything to do with Eddie or Jane. Second red flag, creeper alert. I want to know what Eddie said to John when Jane walked away. I do too. Actually, let me see. I did something here. What was it? This right here? Let's see. What is this? I know I marked something because I wanted to read it to you guys because I thought it was weird. Let me see. I'm reading it real quick. See if it says. Okay, it has to be this one. Okay, so he says when he's handing her the card, he's like, "What's the point of having it if my girl can't spend it?" He comes around the bar, putting an arm around my waist and nuzzling my hair. Also, he says before pulling away, "Why don't you go ahead um, and pick up your things from your old place, bring them back here, make it official." And then it says, pressing a hand against my chest, I give him my best fake or foul. I don't know how to fuck foul. There you go, foul flirty look. Edward Rochester, are you asking me to move in with you? Another grin as he walks backwards towards the door. I think I am. He's saying yes. Maybe, I tell him. And that grin widens as he turns back around. I'll leave my card by the door, he calls out, and I hear the soft slap of plastic on marble before the door opens and closes, leaving me alone in the house. My house. Okay, she's fucking delusional, okay? Like that right there, like she's like, this is my house now, you know? And then she starts walking around after, like, she starts walking around. I didn't mention this in my notes, but she starts walking around and she's like noticing that the house still has some like personal touches of Bea, right? She's just really weird. What do you guys think so far of the book? Like, that wasn't her plan, Dirty Bird. I mean, yeah, for real, like, it was her plan, but I don't think she thought it was actually gonna fall through. Like, she was gonna get a rich guy and, you know, but come on. Like, that is way too fast, okay? This is probably in the span of, like, what, a month? And, I mean, if you, like, want to compare Trip, how he's feeling and how he's devastated, and then Eddie, who's just like, whatever, you know, yeah, my wife died, that sucks, you know, but hey, let me ask this girl to move in with me. Like, I get everybody grieves differently, but 6 months, you know, like, to have a girl that you barely even know move in with you, I feel like he wants control over someone that has no control. You get what I'm saying? Like, he wants to be dominant of somebody who needs help, and he knows that she needs help. She could also be like a distraction, you know, for him, because if you think about it, it wouldn't be a distraction for people, because if people notice that he's dating her, they're gonna be like, why her? Because they're all rich, right? They know who she is. She's a dog walker. They're gonna be like, why her? And why is he dating someone so fast? They're going to be talking all this shit, right? So he doesn't give a fuck about what they think. I think he wants to keep his mind off of the fact that he has his very alive wife up in the safe room, okay? And another thing, how in the hell has Jane not seen that safe room? Like, is it hidden? Is it, okay, I don't mean to sound mean, but is it kind of like the Anne Frank house? You know how, like, it was a bookcase and you wouldn't have known there was an attic had it not been for, like, the bookcase opening, right? So I'm wondering, like, is this safe house hidden? Like, is it really hidden? You know, some safe houses are not. Some, they just, whatever, you just walk in. So, you know, I'm just like, what's going on? So I'm seriously, like, really enjoying this book. Yeah, it was really fast moving. What's up, Ellie? My dad started dating 2 months after my mom passed. Oh, shit, Jeremy. Oh, damn. Those rich ladies are going to trip when they see them together, right? Hello, stage 5 clinger much. That would have me running like, dude, I have to go. You smothering me. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Like, does he really like her? You know, or is he just, like I said, is that his distraction? Is he kind of like Gray, you know, from 50 Shades of Grey? What's his name? I don't fucking remember his name. I know his last name's Gray. But is he like him? He's kind of kinky, and he's like, yeah, I got my wife up in the attic, or not the attic, the safe room, but I still want a bone. You know, it's so weird. This book is just fucking mind-blowing. When I started reading, because when I did see that there was going to be, like, you know, Bea, through Bea's eyes, but I didn't know. I thought it was gonna be like the past, you know. But when she was like, "Oh, he threw me in here like Rapunzel," you know, I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Here's a notebook, bitch. Write your feelings down or something." And she's, I mean, because we're reading her. What is it? I think it's her notebook. I can't tell because I was actually reading. I mean, I was hearing chapter 10 or chapter 9 and 10. I wasn't reading it, so, but then when I looked in the book, like right here, let me see. When I looketh into it, the booketh, see, like it looks like it's different print, okay? It's not the same as, it's not the same as this, as a narrator, whatever. So is this her notebook she's writing in, guys? Can you guys confirm? Let's see. I don't think so. I think he plans on playing mind games, and she's going to turn it around and on him because she's a little crazy as well. What if I don't know, but because she has that sense of like she's dumb, but she has like that I guess would you say fear factor where she's kind of like, why was he following me? Like she knows it's weird. I just don't understand why she doesn't think it's weird that a man would just give her like his card and his money and his car and like tell her to move in. Like she's so dumb. Is she? But then again, remember she said that she's never really been with anyone. Like no one's ever really showed her anything like this, and she already loves money and all that, the good life, and she doesn't want to work for it. So maybe that's interfering with like the blindness that is going on, you know? He doesn't know Bay has it. She hides it from him. So how does she even come up with it? Because when I listened to the audiobook, it's a lot harder for me to capture things. So when I was taking my notes, I was literally going like through chapter and chapter in the book, and writing things down. So how does she come up upon the book? Because I know she hides it when she's like, when he walks in, right? And she's scared because he almost caught her or something writing in her notebook. Maybe because it's a diary. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think that it's like the her story, Bea's story, is being written by herself. So I don't know. It's insane. Because I think they put stuff in the safe room in case they had to go there. What if he had already pre-planned all this shit, guys? And because remember, he wasn't rich until he met her, and then she died, right? So before she died, do you think maybe, because remember, it was his idea to put a safe room up there. Do you think maybe he planned this whole time and was like, I want this bitch's money, and I'm gonna pretend, I'm gonna kill her, but then Blanche ended up being there, and he was like, fuck, well now I gotta kill Blanche. So then he kills Bea, or no, he kills Blanche, and then he throws Bea up in the attic. But that was his plan the whole time, maybe? I don't fucking know. This is confusing, guys. But I think you guys know where I'm coming. I'm going to, like, I'm going with this theory. Let's see. He gave her a book to read, and she found a pen. She's writing between the lines of the book. Oh. Jane said she grew up in foster care. So I think that's where it started for her, seeing all these people have nice stuff, and she's never had anything. I think Eddie has a secret life just like Jane. What do you mean, like, secret life? You think he's a con man? Oh my god, yeah, he's definitely a con man, right? Like, wouldn't that make sense? The only reason he's has anything to do with Bea's company is because she's dead, remember? So he took over. Oh my god, I love these, like, I love that we're conversating about this. It's so much fun. It's so much better than just wondering by yourself and reading the book, because then you get to hear other people's opinions and theories. It's very interesting. I'm very much enjoying this. And guess what, guys? The kids are not bothering me. My baby is sleeping on the bed, and he's not waking up even Even me being loud, this is nice. How Jane is hiding stuff from her past. I think he is too. Oh, definitely. He definitely has something, like he's hiding something. But at least Jane isn't like a fucking sociopath, you know? Like, maybe I can understand why she's the way she is, but I didn't like when she was saying about her bathtub. You guys remember how she was saying that she used to have the bathtub that she shared with John and it was like moldy, and like thinking about John showering there gave her the creeps and it was disgusting. And she's like, I deserve this brand new bathroom. Like basically she's like, I deserve this. Like, bitch, why do you deserve it? Like, you didn't work for it. You know? Like, she thinks that she deserves everything just because she went through some shit. I don't know. Instead of working for what she wants it free. Okay? And this is why she's a thief. Like, she steals all this nice stuff, right? And she's like always saying like the girls with the purse. I guess she walks up to like one of the ladies. I think it's a lady who caught her with the dog outside of the fucking place. She was like, how can you afford like 200 and something dollar purse, or like a dress that costs as much as her rent does? Like, she's always comparing like the wealth that they have with how like she lives. I don't know. She's just very weird. She's a weirdo. Let's see. How Jane is hiding stuff from her past. Okay, but why didn't he just kill Bea too? That's what I'm saying too. Like, that's why I stopped my little rant about how he was gonna kill Bea and how he built that safe room for a reason, because it does not make sense. Because I don't know, like, wouldn't he have just never built that safe room and then killed Bea and her friend? Like, you know? I think because he can't hide the body. But in Jane, Bertha was nuts, so maybe Bea is too. Yes, I was thinking, Bish, just clean it. Bleach. Put some bleach in that. Hi. Hey, Joanna. Oh my god, it's like Jane Eyre. I've never read that. Like, that's crazy. Like, so this book is based off of another book. And what year was that book written? Because isn't that weird? Like, I mean, to me, why would someone rewrite a book a different way but with the same outcome? You know what I'm saying? Why? I don't know. But yeah, I've never read that Jane Eyre book or whatever. So I didn't even know what The Wife Upstairs was about. When I got it from Book of the Month, I just read like a little bit of it and I was like, oh. But see, look at this. Now this makes sense. Which Mrs. Rochester will get her happy ending? So that means that he marries Jane, guys. Like, what the fudge? Oh my god, it's like Jane Eyre. Yeah, so he ends up marrying. I think we already knew that though. Did we know that already? So it says, with delicious suspense, incisive wit, and a fresh feminine sensibility, The Wife Upstairs flips the script on Jane Eyre in a timeless tale of forbidden romance, ill-advised attraction, and a wife who just won't stay buried. Oh, okay. So it's like it says flips the script. Okay. It's a classic from the 1800s, I think. That is a reference to Jane Eyre. Oh, I had to stop reading for a few days. I live in Boulder, Colorado. Oh, Joanna, I know. I'm so sorry. I heard about what happened. Like, I read yesterday, and then I saw a video today, and that's so sad. I was really sad. I wrote my husband. I'm like, that's fucked up. I hope you're okay. Yes, the first edition was released in 1847. What? Oh, that's a long time ago. The 1800s. So weird to think that there was books back then, right? Like, people wrote books in the 1800s? What? Duh. But yes. Okay. So, do you guys want to read chapters what would it be, like 11 to 20? Oh wait, no, it'd be, shit, 10 chapters. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 20. Yeah, that was idiot. Duh. Okay. I'm like, I don't know where my mind's at right now. So you guys want to read chapters 11 through 20? So 10 more chapters. And then, or do you guys want to read less? Let me see. Let me check what 10 chapters is. Because I know, like, there was chapters in here. I think like 7 and 8 were like 2 pages long or something. I just want to make sure it's not going to be like horrendously long. And to 20. 20. Okay, so that's that. Oh, it's about the same. Okay, so chapters 11. Let me show you guys. So this is how much you'd be reading. It's about the same as last time, so yeah. And I mean, you got a week, so 11, and then you stop at 21. Let me know. Yes, sounds good to me. Okay, sounds good. Okay, are you guys ready to end this live, or do you guys want to talk more about it? And do you want me to continue to write my notes, or do you want me to just talk about the book? You know, I want what you guys want. Okay. How's it going? Hey, Deb. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super sticker. It's going, girlfriend. Sounds good. Yes. Okay. So yeah, let me know, guys. Yes to notes, no to notes. Should I be less animated? Or I can just go on and be like, hey guys, what do you guys think? You know, keep the notes. I like the notes, love the notes. It helped me remember what's going on. Yes. Okay, awesome. Yeah, because I figured when I was reading chapters 9 and 10, I literally forgot what was happening in my, I was not like remembering what was going on. So I had to like go back to the book and be like, wait, why is this happening? So the note taking helps me figure out what's happening at the moment. And then say chapter 9 is referencing chapter 6 or something, you know? No, keep being Ruby. I like the notes. All right, awesome. Thank you guys. I will continue with the note taking. This is actually really fun. I didn't think it was going to be this much fun, but it's really fun. I love it. If you don't want to read Jane Eyre, there's a bunch of movie versions. Oh, damn, there is? Hold up, what? All right, guys, so I had fun, and I'm gonna let you guys go read chapters 11 through 20, and I will see you guys next Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. Hawaiian Standard Time. Okay, I hope it's not too late for you guys, because I feel kind of bad, because I know like the time difference from Hawaii and everywhere else is like okay. But let's see. Have a great night, everyone. Yes, have a good night, have a good morning, have a good day, wherever you're at, whatever time it is. You're welcome, Gail. Thank you guys for coming on here and chatting with me. I was going to say chit-chatting. Let's see. Oh my God, if I came to one of your lives and there was no swearing or singing, I think I was in the wrong place. Yeah, that I don't know, like, I don't know why I sing, and like I started noticing that in my videos too, like the ones like unboxings, I sing a lot. I don't know, like why do I do that? I don't know why I do that. It's just me, I guess. I don't know. Thanks, Ruby. I'm really enjoying this. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you for coming on here, hanging out. Jerry Bear, thank you. Danielle. I hope you guys have a safe and wonderful rest of your day or night or morning or whatever. Um, Gotta go now. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Thank you for showing up today. All right, bye guys. Thank you.